This
Sophie
conference
Baer
will now be recorded.
and Carrie Peck on the line. And if I'm missing anyone, I don't think I see any other members. Thanks so much for putting this together for employees and for making a really fun Friday for all. And also, I would like to introduce our esteemed judges. We first have Mayor Ann. Firefighter Ann, I believe we have here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We also have Aaron Landy. Nope, I think he was replaced by Dinosaur. Yep, okay, all right. So apparently he gave his judging proxy to another. And we've been in the search for Eric Shadler, and we've been emailing him and trying to call him, and we haven't been able to find him. And I think it's because he got into a tiff with Chewy Vader. So looks like Chewy Vader won out, and Chewy Vader will be our third judge. So why don't we all get started? We have a number of categories, and that's where we'll probably need some clarity from contestants as to which category your pumpkin is being submitted towards. And the first is the Best Pumpkin Group Theme. And I know I saw some of those in the photos. So maybe in the chat function, if you could identify yourself and if you have a group-themed pumpkin for review. All right. So it looks like, yes, this is obvious. Steve Harrison
That'd
family.
be me.
Yeah,
That'd be me.
Yeah, so please share your pumpkin submission.
Yeah, so that's a pumpkin for each of us. And my daughter did the one in the middle, which was actually pretty good for an 11-year-old, I thought. And we came across fangs for one of the pumpkins, so that was a nice touch. Yeah, so anyway, we carved those last night.
Excellent. And what did your fangs, what did you make them out of?
My wife found those. You can get them in a package, and they actually have like on the other end of the fang, they have like a screw that screws into the pumpkin. So you just sort of twist it in, and they glow in the dark, which is kind of neat.
Oh yeah, that's good. So you have some natural carving ability in the family, I see, and then some aftermarket additions. So that's a very nice combination.
Right, yeah, right.
Terrific. So judges, you have your number scoring. So for Steve Harrison family, if you would like to hold up your scoring cards from 1 to 5. So, all right. I see a 4, I see a 5, and Chewy Vader, I see 5. Very good. So total of 14 points for Steve Harrison family. Excellent. Looks like the odds are ever in your favor. All right, Sophie, let's move on to our next contestant. Sophie, I think you're muted if you're talking.
If we're going to stick with group category, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Carrie's pumpkins.
Okay. Excellent. So Carrie, why don't you share your the stories behind your pumpkins?
Well, this was me and my 2 stepdaughters. The one in the middle, Krista's not feeling very well, and then the other one was supposed to be something else, but she is now in quarantine, so she didn't get a chance to finish it. And then I have my lobster dog. And I have it behind me as well. We have an addition.
Ooh.
And this is also our summer in quarantine, and we're still waiting for summer.
Oh, so you have the backgrounds I see. Is that a butterfly? And oh yeah, big sun.
Yeah, my girls do something every holiday.
Excellent. Oh, thank you. So let's see what the scoring. All right. I see a 5, a 4, and a 5. Boy, gosh, we have a tie so far for this category. Go figure. Excellent. All right. So Sophie, if we have another group theme that you're able to
Yes,
pull up.
let me check this out. Are you able to see my screen when I pause?
No, it just comes up everyone's photos, all the blocks.
Okay. Darn it. All right. Okay. I was trying to hide the surprise of the other pumpkins. All right. The other group pumpkin. Let me see if we have another group here. I would say that there are no more groups. Those are the 2 group categories, unless someone wants to say otherwise that entered.
Any other group entries? Okay. Wow. So all right. So we'll announce the prizes at the end. Why don't we do that? And then
Good call.
we'll continue with our category. So we saw a lot of singular pumpkins. I was wondering if any of them are a pumpkin with a backstory, meaning that will speak to, what is the story behind your pumpkin? So does anyone have a pumpkin with a backstory? Oh, it looks like the dog father. So okay, why don't we get the dog father's pumpkin on the screen?
All right.
Or I should say
Let's get
pumpkin.
that up. 1 second.
Oh my gosh, look at that. We have a vote scoring of 1, sight unseen. Chewy Vader.
I'm gonna make him an offer Chewie can't refuse. But okay, here's the dog father's pumpkin. I made this with my little fella Peyton puppy, and as you can see, it's all about the wiener dog. So someday, judges, I will come to you, ask for a favor, and you can't refuse. So it's Peyton puppy and the dog father's entry.
Thank you so much. That's so funny. Everyone, round of applause. I think I'm seeing. All right, judges. It's some stiff competition here with this one. I'm a little fearful because the dog father might call on us for favors, and if we don't reciprocate, probably send Chewy Vader after us. All right, so what's the scoring for our current contestant? I see 5, 5, and then Chewy Vader 5. Whoa, 5's across the board. Excellent job. Even complete with t-shirt. That's really funny. Okay. So are there any other contestants that have a backstory with their pumpkin? Oh,
I guess
Jen.
mine. Oh,
Jen, Andrew, with Melody. Melody. Let me look at our participant list. We got
And
a lot of
just
folks on there.
before anyone submits in this category, remember revenge. Revenge is a dish served best cold.
Sir, as your HR social distancing llama, I will ask you to refrain from any expressions of retaliation under city policy. All right, very good. So, Jen Berlanga, let's hear the story behind your pumpkin.
So this one's really just kind of a little homage to where I grew up. So I grew up right in the border, the U.S. border to Mexico in South Texas. And so going across into Mexico was kind of a weekly affair. And so culturally, growing up, I always thought, just growing up, I always thought that Halloween was a 2-day event. You have Halloween on the 31st, and then you have Dia de los Muertos All Saints Day on November 1st. And so you would get all the candy and do all the trick-or-treating on Halloween. And then the next day we would all continue the party. And just like the cartoon Coco, very, very true to what we ended up doing is having a party at a cemetery and having all of the favorite foods of family and friends that we've lost. And so spooky stories to heartfelt and wonderful memory stories. And so this was kind of my little homage to my family and my friends back in South Texas. And so it's a little sugar skull, but that's what I got.
Fantastic. So pretty. Thank you. That is really an intricate carving there too. I imagine that took some time and patience. And thank you for the story too. That's it's great to hear the cultural heritage behind your life. So judges, what kind of scoring do we have? We have a 5, and Chewy. A 5. Boy, we got tight competition. My goodness. All right. Thank you, Jen. So Sophie, I think I saw a couple other backstories. If someone wants to put in the chat function, that would help me identify because I can't always see everybody if you raise your hands.
I know Andrew has one.
Okay, let's move on to Andrew.
I'll mute myself.
Those are our pumpkins. Oh, can you turn yours down? We carved them. We got engaged last month, so we wanted to do a fun engagement shoot. So we put pumpkins on our heads.
Okay, so I have to ask, is there like a lining inside your pumpkins, or
No, not at all. It was pretty terrible.
Oh, those are great photos. Oh, really nice, and congratulations to the both of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's like the best COVID engagement I've seen. Very nice. All right, judges. This is a tough one, boy. It's a heart tugger because it's an engagement with raw pumpkins on their heads. We have a 5, and a 5. Wow. Boy, we're gonna have to make sure we have enough prizes, I think, or some kind of really stiff tiebreaker competition. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Who else? Who else has a story with a pumpkin? I think so. Melody, did I see you raising your hand?
I do, yeah. It's backstory-ish. It's not as beautiful as these other backstories, but I'll go in this category anyway.
So you have a live pumpkin present?
I don't have pictures of it because I just did it this morning. But this is my 2020 carve out time for self-care pumpkin. And so it's all about what I feel like I need for 2020. So it's just, got a lovely avocado face mask, a nice hair treatment going, just very serene.
Well, wellness and self-care has been a topic through quarantine. So
yes, I've been taking the work well meditation things and everything. So I thought I would bring it into my pumpkin carving.
That's very good. That's a pumpkin with a message for all, right? To make sure we engage in self-care, because if a pumpkin can do it, so can you. That's really great. All right, judges, self-care pumpkin. We see a 5, a 4, and a 3. 5, 4, 3, right down the line. All right, thank you. Any other submissions for pumpkin with a backstory?
Number 2.
All right, I'm not seeing anyone. So we'll conclude that category. Did we see any sports fan pumpkins?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Yeah, this is the second time.
No, I didn't
All
see any
right.
pre Others?
Great. Okay. So then we'll move on to special effect pumpkins.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Hey, oh, hey, Peyton was in the wiener dog races.
All right.
I would,
So is there an official team for the wiener dog races there, dog father? All right, so let's see. How about special effect pumpkin? Ooh, I think this one would definitely qualify. So I see the pumpkin in picture and live. Megan, do you want to tell us a little bit about your pumpkin? Like, how did you make that? Because that is fabulous.
Oh.
But 27 people watched.
Oh, the candy corn puffer fish.
Um,
All right, so I hear some background chatter. I can't tell who it is. So if you can mute, if not talking, that's super helpful. And then I don't see that we have our contestant here. So it looks to be made of candy corn with perhaps some paper for the puffer fish fins. And that's awesome. So you know what this would be really great for? A candy corn counting contest. Maybe, I wonder if she knows how many candy corns are on this puffer fish. So judges, for this very creative special effect pumpkin, we have a 5, a 4 in Chewy, 5, 4, 5. Okay, excellent. All right. So now.
Does the mayor have any other card besides 5? Just checking.
She has them all. She's very discriminating taste, so I wouldn't. Oh, so Chad, it looks like you have an ogre pumpkin here. Would you like to tell us about the creation of your ogre pumpkin?
Well, I felt sorry for this pumpkin when I saw it at the pumpkin patch. It just looked like it needed a little attention. You know, it hasn't been moisturizing or something. It had a little skin condition. And I had really had no idea what I was going to carve, but just as I was, you know, I tried to work with the shape and the, you know, the exterior of the pumpkin and just sort of went from there. And in the end, it looked to me like an ogre, and so that's what I called it. So that's not much of a story, but I'm sticking to it.
No, it's very cool. When I saw it too, I thought it looked a little bit like Chunk. Was that Chunk from Goonies? Is that the one character's name? But it looks like you have some aftermarket effects on here too, with not only, you know, utilizing the natural enhancements of the pumpkin with its green stuff going on there, but you have some cool eyeballs, and it looks like it has a pretty thick, you know, shell that you were able to carve out the inside of the mouth. So very cool.
I had a hard time carving this, and so I'm really impressed with Jen's pumpkin in particular, that she was able to carve so well. This was a struggle.
Excellent. All right, so this is a good example of a pumpkin that has not engaged in wellness or health self-care, I would think. So very good. So judges, the ogre pumpkin, I see 4, 5, and 5. Okay. Excellent. Nice job. So does it look like we have any other contestants in our special effects category?
Is Lori Atkins on the call? No, but Lori's might be considered special effects. It's very detailed, or backstory, but I'm going to pull it up for you.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, very nice. So Cobra. Anyone been watching the Cobra Kai series? Anyone binge watching that? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Oh wow, she's
Hers
got
is based on
multiple.
Cobra Kai.
Very
She's
cool.
not here.
Ooh, I like the lighting effects too, how it's glowing out there. Very nice, very intricate. All right, judges.
And,
All right, I see a 5. Dinosaur says 5. Chewy Vader. Oh. Which is it? Did you freeze? 5. Okay. That was some suspense. Excellent. So was that a 5, 4, and 5? I think so. All right. Excellent. Nice job, Lori. We'll have to make sure we give her some feedback on her awesome pumpkins. Okay, so if that's probably was that the last one for special effects?
I believe so.
All right, let's see. Let me check the chat. Okay, no one's chimed in. Very
Yep,
good.
no chat.
Yeah. So so we had the group theme pumpkins, but I think some of those might have also been pumpkins carved by a family. So we kind of have some of those early ones with Carrie and Steve, I think probably fall into that category too. Were there any other like groups of pumpkins carved by a family? Or any other just stray pumpkins we don't know what to do with?
We have one more.
Ooh. So Monica, okay.
Leaf.
So this is like when you write in a name on the ballot. So she's a leaf. All right, judges. We have a random entry of a pumpkin carved with a leaf. And I like it's not quite ripe, so it's got that greenish hue to it. Let's see some scoring. Let's see 4, 5, and 3. Excellent. All right. Do we have other pumpkins?
I'm gonna take a look, one sec.
Okay.
Those are all the pre-submitted photos. Is anyone else on the call with their pumpkin that wants to share?
I think that's it. That's the entirety of our pumpkin patch. Excellent. Wow. So we have some scoring here to do. And it looks like going through our prizes, we have for categories for best pumpkin group theme, and then also there's the best pumpkins carved by a family. I think since we had 2 contestants that would fit in either of those categories, and they both had equal scoring of 14, that would be Steve Harris and Carrie Peck. So we will declare them each a winner for one or the other category. So yay! Round of applause. So nice job.
Sweet.
And so Sophie, is this are we identifying which prizes? I know we have kind of an array of different prizes, or would that be to be determined for each person?
We have an array of prizes you can choose from, and then a grand prize, but we're limited. We have 2 pies that Mayor Ann McNerney Ogle generously donated. We have this beautiful water bottle that keeps things hot or cold. It's a very nice, what is this brand? A Hydro Flask with your name engraved on it. Or we have a wellness swag pack, so you can choose.
Outstanding. And then,
oh yeah.
Sophie, this is Ann. How many pumpkins did we get all together?
I believe we have 10 pumpkins or 10 submissions total.
Okay, so I will throw those 2 pies in from Blue Door, and then I'll stop by Bonnie's this afternoon. And if you'll send me the names, the other 8 contestants can get a dozen of her cookies.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Very nice. Wow, that's a sweet
anyone who's going to get all slimy and nasty and clean out pumpkin seeds and do all of that work ought to have a cookie.
All right. Well, fantastic. Everyone walks away with a prize.
It does. I need to head off. I've got some phone calls and some things to work on. Thank you so very much.
Okay.
This was the day we needed some laughter, and I enjoyed it.
Okay. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. So so we can continue on. We'll just go through some of our. So we have ties for Pumpkin with a backstory between the dog father, Jen Berlanga, and Andrew. So each will not only get a prize but be entered into the grand prize drawing. And then for special effects pumpkin, it looks like Megan and Lori Atkins and and Chad, all three tied. It's going to be some really stiff competition. And then we'll make sure that Monica gets a prize for her leaf too. So for a grand prize drawing, which I think the prize is a $50 gift card to Grow the 360. And Sophie, do you want to tell us what Grow the 360 is? Because that's a really exciting thing too.
So the Vancouver Chamber of Commerce is offering e-gift cards right now to about 60 local retailers. It's everything from spas to local breweries that you could go to and use this Grow the 360 card as cash at. So it's a $50 card.
Very good. All right. And so we have, so we're gonna, the two remaining judges, or are we polling everyone for grand prize winner? Excellent. So
For the
yeah. So how does the polling function?
So we aren't able to make a poll here, but we were thinking we could go through all the submissions real quick, and then people in the comments could submit their favorite from this group. We'll tally those up, and then we'll choose a winner.
Sounds good. All right. So it's kind of like the clap meter through the chat function. Very good. So as a reminder and recap, we have the Steve Harrison family group of pumpkins, complete with fangs. And we have Monica Tuberville's leaf. Jen Berlanga's, that'd be a candy, is it a candy skull? All right. And then Carrie Peck's family of pumpkins, the summer that never happened, right? Quarantine pumpkins, quarantine summer. And then the addition that was added earlier today. Oh, and then along with her lobster puppy. Oh, and the dog father. Beware. And don't be scared, right? Push back against the dog father. That's great. And Peyton Pup. All right, so then Lori Atkins, she had two submissions with the Cobra and the Stallion. And the engagement photos with pumpkins on their heads by Andrew Jeffers. And then Megan has the candy corn puffer fish. Penelope, the candy corn puffer fish. Excellent. And then Chad Eikens, ogre pumpkin. And I think was that the last photo? Because I think we had then the one live submission. So Melody had her, was it self-care wellness pumpkin? And if you want to hold it up one more time. Excellent. Okay. All right, so everyone, put your favorites in the
Oops.
Okay, so I'll start going down. Okay, so we have A vote for Sugar Skull. Another vote for the Sugar Skull. We have one for Chad's Ogre. So that's 1, 2, 3 for Chad. Another one for Chad. And then Sugar Skull. Chad.
Sugar Skull.
Oh, another Ogre. Okay. Oh my goodness. Penelope Pufferfish. Sugar Skull. Sugar Skull. My goodness. It's so tight. Penelope. And Sugar Skull. Oh my goodness. Are all the votes in? Maybe we might want to have someone help me double check because I have so far a tie between Jen Berling and Chad at 6 each. Someone want to check?
I appreciate
check
the
our
votes, but I will relinquish that to Jen. Jen's was awesome.
Oh, thanks, Chad. Oh, that's awesome. We're getting close to Thanksgiving, so it's the season for giving. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Sophie, for putting the slide decks together. And thank all of you for attending. It's great to see some of your faces. It's nice to see other people on camera if they're available. And to our esteemed judges, Chewy Vader, it was great. When you see Eric, tell him we said hi. And then Aaron, Dinosaur. Thank you for your time. And of course, to the mayor's generosity in ensuring that everyone gets a prize. So Sophie will be following up with you on those, arranging choice and pickup. And thank you again, Carrie and Sophie, for helping putting this together, and for all of our fantastic entrants. Thank you so much for taking the time to get your pumpkins ready for today and for submitting them, because we are recording this and it'll be available for others to see and watch and enjoy, and you know, bring some holiday and fall cheer to everyone working in the city. So thanks again.
Thanks, everybody.
Yay.
Thanks, Sophie. Thanks, Lisa.
Bye, chicken.